You know, I have a funny feeling that if you talk to anybody that really doesn't have a love for going to the movies or film or cinema, doesn't really live film, they're probably going to say that they least love The Wizard of Oz and probably have some sort of memory. For me, the memory is every year it was on television, and I think one year we actually recorded it on VHS, but we still watched it every year. We always looked forward to that part of that year. I don't know what time of the year it was, and I just have that fond memory of sitting there with my family and watching The Wizard of Oz. It is a timeless classic, and it's a movie that if they tried to make sequels to, and they have, they would just be very hard to live up to. I don't think they can compare to the genius that is The Wizard of Oz. Now, in the 80s, we did get the first real sequel, and that would be The Return to Oz, and I know that film was panned by critics, but of course I saw it as a kid, so it scared the living crap out of me, and it kind of does as an adult. I like that film for being a little dark. It was definitely a darker film. I like that it has a lot of practical effects. It is, I like the music in the film, and overall it does have a fondness in my heart, maybe because I saw it as a kid. So, before I start my review of the film, Oz the Great and Powerful, I just want to let you know that this is my opinion. And if anybody should disagree or just think I am totally out of my mind, that is perfectly fine. You know, you have every right to share your own opinion and get it out there, put a camera in front of your face and go to town. So I'm about to go to town on this movie. So I had no expectations for this film. I love Sam Raimi. He has only really disappointed me once, and that would be Spider-Man 3. I did not see For the Love of the Game. I've heard that it's really terrible. But overall, his films are great. From the Evil Dead movies to Drag Me to Hell to The Gift, A Simple Plan, and Darkman. He is just a talented filmmaker, and I absolutely love him. I actually had the chance to be on the set for one day when they were shooting Spider-Man in my town in 2001, and he was dressed up in a suit directing the film, and it was just great to see him in action. So I have a much love and respect for the man. I care about him. And I was excited to see this film because of him mainly. I wasn't excited. I had no expectations going to this movie because the trailers were so bombarded with CGI that I just know if I get too excited about the movie, I know I'm going to be disappointed. So I try to keep my expectations right there. Not high, not low. Just right there. And now that I've seen Oz the Great and Powerful, I don't know what to say. I have no idea what happened right now. I have no idea what I'm going to say. I don't want to come off as a snob, but I probably will, or cynical. I am an older man, and I did have the chance to sit next to a young girl, and she was scared the whole time. She was frightened, and she looked like she was utterly entertained by this film in the sense that it really affected her. For me, it just had no effect whatsoever. I felt so numb after the movie ended. I felt so disappointed, and it was definitely mainly because the story lacked any energy. It seemed like James Franco really cared. He did give off a performance like he really cared, but it was the material all around that let him down. I didn't like the CGI. I'm trying to think of positive things I actually enjoyed about it, and I have to say, the saving grace, for me not calling this the worst movie of the year or one of the worst, is I did like the production design and the costumes. Some of the acting, I'm so just bleh right now. That's how I feel, especially from Rachel Weisz and Mila Kunis, who I like as actresses. They are beautiful actresses and they pulled off great performances in the past, but this time they have nothing to, and they just don't seem like they just seem like they're not caring at all about what's going on, and they just don't seem like there's any energy. When you find out who, I'm not gonna say, but when someone eventually becomes the witch, the green witch, the wicked witch of the West, I wasn't scared. I was just like, that looks like a really bad makeup job. It looks terrible. And there's some CGI characters that I kind of liked, from this China doll and this monkey that became the friend of James Franco's character. Yeah, that was all cool, but overall, I could not get involved in this movie, and it pains me to say this. I am not happy about saying anything that I'm saying right now. I want to rejoice in the magic and the wonder, because I love fantasy, and I'll believe anything you put on screen. But when you just give us something that is so uninviting, and that it doesn't help with the acting. I mean, I loved the way it looked. I loved the style, even though the CGI was just a shot to the head. But there was just nothing to get me emotionally invested. That's what I'm trying to say. Emotionally invested. I felt numb after watching this movie. I am not happy about saying this. But if you found entertainment joy, and the audience that I saw it with seemed to find so much love and entertainment about it. I don't know if it's a film that's going to make a lot of money. We'll have to see if they make sequels, blah, 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 blah. I just think the world of Oz deserves better, and hopefully if it does make money and they make a sequel, maybe they'll make a better film. I have to say I did like the ending. I'm not going to get in detail, but when Oz gets really involved, the character of Oz gets really involved in the end, I actually really enjoy that. But everything felt so numb when it came to the villain, and I mean, even Melissa Williams, who is a gorgeous, beautiful woman, really gets nothing to do here. And I felt myself out of the moment, like the movie never really started. I was in there an hour, and I felt like the movie never really took off and found any life. I'm not happy about saying this, and you can dislike this video if you like. It's fine. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Please comment below if you've seen the film. How do you feel about it? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? I'd really like to know. I'm really curious in what you have to say now. Now that I've said my piece, and I can go on and on, 15 minutes, an hour later, talking about how much this film really disappointed me, and I really wanted to like it. But it's not the worst. Thankfully, to the production value and the cost of design, I'm going to give Oz the Great and Powerful just 2 stars. That's it, man. I'm being really generous on that. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter and Facebook. And please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. And also go to WhoYouTube.com. All right. Man, I really hope 2013 gets better. I'm really hearing good things from South by Southwest. So fingers crossed, my friends. Fingers crossed.